Hi guys. Today we're going to branch out into two-step equations. So yesterday's videos were all about one-step equation. You did one thing and you were done. You found the answer. So today we're going to add an extra step, two-step equations. Here's our first example. Much like yesterday, I'm going to start this problem by drawing a red line right down the middle of that equal sign, splitting the problem into two sides, a left side and a right side. It's very important when you're starting these problems that you identify where your variable is. And your goal is going to be to take everything from that side and move it to the other side. Okay? So anything that's not a letter X needs to be moved to the other side. When we're solving an equation, we're doing backwards PEMDAS. So whatever we would normally do at the end of a problem for PEMDAS, we're actually going to start with that on these two-step equations. And so we're going to start by moving any adding and subtracting that is connected to my letter X. With my letter X right now, I have a 2 that's right in front of it, and I have a 3 that is after it. The 2 that is right in front of it is being multiplied, and the 3 is being added. Between those two, I'm going to choose to move the plus 3 first. Just like yesterday, we'll be using an inverse operation. I'm going to be subtracting 3, once on the left side and once on the right side. So remember, once on each side of that red line that we drew. On the left side, where the plus 3 was, those will cancel, leaving us with just the 2x. On the right side, I do need to figure out what 15 minus 3 is. When you get to the end of a problem, the very last step that you're going to always do is moving your multiplying and dividing. That always gets done last. So make sure that you're not doing things out of order. In this problem, I have a 2 that's being multiplied with my letter X. The inverse of multiplication is division. So I will be dividing once on the left and once on the right by the number 2. The multiplying by 2 and the dividing by 2 will cancel each other out, leaving me with just my letter X, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. And 6 is the answer to this question. Let's try one more, and then you can start your homework. In this problem, just like in the previous problem, I'm going to draw that red line going down through the equal sign. That gives me a nice visual reminder that, hey, the variable in this problem is on the right-hand side. So my goal is to move everything from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. It's a little different than the previous problem. Just like in our previous problem, we will start by moving our adding and subtracting and finish by moving our multiplying and dividing. In this question, I have a 3 that's being subtracted from my letter Y, and I'll be moving that first. So I will add 3 on both sides. This time, on the right-hand side, the -3 and the +3 will cancel. And on the left-hand side, I will actually need to do some addition. 5 plus 3 is 8. Yesterday, we learned that in this problem, there are 2 ways to solve it. You can make this an 8 over 1, and you can cross multiply. Or we can recognize that this is division, y divided by 2. And the inverse operation for division is multiplication. So I can get rid of this dividing by 2 if I times by 2. Now, don't forget, on the side where the dividing was happening, those 2's are going to cancel each other out because they're inverses. And so there will be no more 2's on that side of the problem. On the other side, I do need to actually multiply. 8 times 2 is 16. For a final answer, we do like to write our letter first, the letter on the left-hand side. And so I'm going to write a final answer of y equals 16. This concludes our first video. Make sure to go and do your homework before watching the second video.